cannot reach the book. Okay.
You are expected. This is Ironfast, Warsworn. Here, you will find dust on our helms and scores on our blades. We believe in action above finery and show. If you seek work, supplies, or shelter, they are yours.
I seek sex. Is it mine as well? Tell me about the work.
You need not be Warsworn to take contracts. The board is in the south wing. Ask Adrith about it if you like.
What about supplies?
We have a blacksmith and quartermaster. Both are in the south wing, that way.
What about the keep?
This is the Detir bastion of the Warsworn, and I am its castellan.
Well, I haven't heard good things about you. Tell me about the Queen and Wishigia.
Gwyn's been here for several days. Nearly turned our library upside down. I hope she found what she needed there.
So do I. Tell me about our Ota.
The Warsworn have been many things. The tale is told on the walls and the tomes in this very keep. What we have always been are bold, unflinching fighters.
And the region?
It is a hard, harsh country, well suited to the life of the Warsworn.
Yeah, that's why you hide in this keep, isn't it? Alright. Second in command.
Now over there.
Dust,
Those stone
dents and
pieces are all
scars,
that's left
the
of the very
Ironfast
first
way.
keep. Built in Caerwyn's time.
The plague shields.
Hecky's the quartermaster here. She's got everything you'll need.
Dust,
Plague
dents
shields
and scars.
for
That's the
links.
Ironfast way.
Aha, he has a name.
The Warsworn are more than just warriors, you know. They're a history full of heroes and great deeds. But I'm sure you've heard the old tales of the First Sworn. Everyone has.
I have not. Tell me about them.
Our founders were no mercenaries. They were great heroes who slayed Niskaru and battled evil mages. Eamon, Aegon, Caerwyn, all the First Sworn champions right until the Second Oath.
Alright. Tell me about the second oath.
Caerwyn had been dead nearly 70 years, and the last Niskaru had gone from the Western Feylands. It was a time of crisis for the Order. Find a purpose, or fade away. Then Balagar stood forth and pledged us to honorable work. He made us what we are today. Mercenaries.
Honorable work indeed. Tell me about Eamon and Aegon.
Aemon taught his son Aegon the secrets of fighting Niskaru, and of crafting war-sworn arms and armor. There was some kind of magic in it, though magic was unknown to humans then.
What about Carwyn?
Caerwyn was Aegon's daughter, and the only person who surpassed him in armed combat. She died by treachery. So we swear upon her blood, which should never have been spilt.
Okay. What can you say about Balagar?
Some call him the last hero. Others, the first sellsword. Say what you like. He saved our order from the brink of irrelevance. Balagar had a clear vision of our future. Honorable work fighting for hire. As for our past, it went to the chronicler Dorian, so it would not be forgotten.
Well, I'm guessing it all depends on what kind of work you accept for money. You could do honorable work for a pay, just like, say, a police officer or a nurse or a doctor, whatever. Honorable work for money. Tell me about the Order.
Up in Helmgard Keep, they'll tell you we're just fighters in fine armor. But it's not true. We bear the legacy of the First Sworn. We still swear our oaths in their names.
And you still charge money? They did not. Tell me about this place.
If this place looks like a bit of a scholar's archive, it's because it is. Ironfast has changed little since Caerwyn herself had it built.
Okay, who the fuck is Dorian?
First Runair or chronicler of the Warsworn. He wrote histories and tales of the First Sworn. Though it is said he left some things untold. Secrets kept for the Warsworn only.
Uh-huh. And you? What secrets do you have?
I have a sister in the Scholia Arcana. You could say that her love of old and wondrous things took a different turn than mine.
Yeah, a turn for the worse because I killed every single human in the Scholia Arcana. So you can weep! Alright. Quite an interesting conversation. Plague Shield. Plague Shield. Plague Shield with a name.
We're honored by your presence, Oathblade. Welcome.
And I'm honored by your respectful greeting, Caddy. How are you?
I'm new to the Warsworn, but they say I have Lyanna's spirit. She was the first Impester. A champion of sorts, I think.
Hello, Jason. Well, I am on for... Let me check the time. For at least another 12 hours? No. What? Not 12, what? Or 12. Do I mean 12? Yeah, 12 and 4, 16 hours, something like that. For at least another 12. Yeah. Tell me about the war!
It's a far-off concern to us in Ironfast. The Tuatha must be stopped. The only question is how much is needed to stop them. I'll fight if it comes to that.
Well, I'll tell you, everything is needed to stop them. They have magic and a god. We need to throw all the unworthy humans and other lesser beings to them. That's what we need to do. Tell me about this place!
This may be the hardest post outside of Melsenshire. I can't remember the last time we glimpsed the outside world. Might as well be in prison.
This doesn't look like a prison. Plague shield, and Horling, okay.
Shield brother?
That's an impressive hero. He doesn't even look like a hero, which makes him more impressive.
Can I help you?
No, but apparently I can help you.
Now who's this? I've grown so used to the same few drifters coming in for supplies and the contract board. A fresh face is a welcome thing.
Okay. Tell me about you.
I'm the curate of this keep. If you've a contract to turn in, bring it to me.
I'll gladly do that. What the fuck is Heki?
The quartermaster to our keep. She stocks all we need to get by out here.
What supplies are those?
Anything you need's found in the smithy. You've got Heki for most things and Gavroche for blacksmithing.
Gavroche. What about the order?
Other keeps get their work here and there, high and low. As for us, ever since Odessa was built, we've had one solemn task. Watch the Jotun. Hold them back, hold them south and west of Gnomish lands.
I thought the gnome said it was too expensive, but well, what do you know? Maybe they changed their mind. Tell me about Gavroche.
I'll be honest, he's not much of a blacksmith, but he's all we've got at the moment. Poor little lad.
At this place?
We're proud to stand where we do, here among the wilds. First keep and last bastion, the Castellan likes to say.
Last bastion of what? Of incompetence, I say. Tell me how the contract bought or not. Tell me how the Castellan.
That's Oda. She's a good sort, though not a woman of words.
Okay. Tell me how the board.
It's right beside me. The work's open to any and all. When a contract's done, they come to me for their pay.
Well, she just said that, so yeah.
Sworn
she
to
pays.
war.
Let's see what contracts there are. Missing person in Alcerand. Apothecary Eldrick Olhem left Whitestone on the western round 12th day past. He went seeking one boat Lamborgs in Alceron. I was to send news back to Whitestone on his arrival. He can be recognized by a fine carved walking stick he keeps by him. Any news regarding Eldrick to be rewarded with coin of gold. Imagine that. I haven't seen any other kind of coins, but you have to say that you're going to be paid in gold. That makes you a little uncertain, doesn't it? A little unsettling. Odessa, person of the highest integrity and reliability, sought to deliver valuable package to one Bayan Severus in Basilica Nostra, the Isles, Odessa. Payment upon receipt of goods. Okay. Spider thing in Methinthir. As it happens this season of every year, spiders have become more numerous in Methania. Pay available for capable fighter to remove 8 spiders from the area. Spider trinkets are required as proof of payment. Speak to Adri Treofrid for further questions. Okay. Let's do them. If we stumble...
Can I help you?
Well, apparently I already did one quest.
Me, I'm rarely outside. Always things to be done about the keep.
Okay, you have the Odessa delivery.
Oh, you want that contract, do you? Now you guard these ghastly things closely. Mind you, they're not suited for combat. They're for surgery and unnaturally sharp.
Well, that sounds perfect for combat. I found Elric Olhem. Dead.
Dead? Why, that's a shame. I'd say I'm sure he'll be missed. But he's from Whitestone, so you never know. And that's his walking staff there. I'll take that. Job well done.
Thanks! About the spider contract?
Oh yes, well you'll need to collect the required number of spider stingers from spiders in Menethir. You won't have much trouble finding them, they're all over, which frankly is exactly the problem. So long!
Okay! Let's talk to... Heki.
I'm quartermaster here. Tell me what you need and I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do. Tell me about your position.
That's me. I'll sell you what you need. And if you need a blacksmith, well, what we've got for one's over there.
So you don't respect your comrade.
The old blacksmith died 3 moons ago. Gavroche is... that boy's barely trained. What do you expect?
You expect greatness, okay. Tell me about the Order.
If there's fight in your veins and steel in your bones, you're war-sworn. If you die before you break an oath, you're war-sworn.
If you speak like an idiot, you're well-son. If you are a coward and a thief, you're well-son. Okay, come out the rain.
It's a hard, dangerous place. Jotun above, spiders, thieves, and kobolds down below.
Tell me about the kobolds.
They're the newcomers to this land. They crawled up through the ground from who knows what deep caverns.
What the Jotun?
They've always lived in the heights of Menethir, and we have always watched them, weapons at the ready, and held them back when we must.
When you must. Not very proactive, are you? When you must. Gavroche.
My
poor old master had but one dying wish, that his prize blade, the one on the wall, be mended. Some days I dream that I'll do it myself. Then I remember, I'm a poor untrained apprentice who can barely forge a soup spoon.
Then why don't you resign? Resign your commission.
That's all I can do to repair the nicks and dings on the pledge shield's armor.
Well, repair mine. 88,000. Okay. Motherfucker. Tell your master.
Master Braskin, yes. I'd endure every drunken lashing anew if it meant I could learn blacksmithing right and proper.
Who's the Hermit Smith?
Dinwell's his name. Word has it he grew bitter of all mortal kind at the start of the war. But I wouldn't know. I've never talked to him.
Yeah. What are the order?
Been good to me since the day they found me. Tucked in among stolen sacks of grain.
Not your calling, let's say.
Well, don't expect anything remarkable, or even decent. Show me what's broken, and I'll see what I can do. Which isn't much.
Okay, you sure? You sure? I should give you my things? He really charges a lot for an apprentice that lacks experience. Don't you, apprentice?
Master Braskin took me in, being an orphan and found by the Warsworn and all. He let me live here, began to train me in the craft.
Well, he might have been a master blacksmith, but he was no teacher, it seems. What blade is that in the wall?
Why, that's Haldabeer's blade. It's famous, from the Fey Wars. My old master always said he'd fix it right again. Might have, if he'd lived. Now it just hangs on the wall, taunting me, reminding me of all I'm not.
Okay, how was it broken?
In battle. Oh, it's a wondrous tale of how Haldabeer slew his foe. I'd tell, but I don't think I can do it justice.
Can I help?
Repair the sword? Not likely. There's one man living who can, and he'd rather eat nettles and stare at the sky than raise hammer to anvil. You can find the Hermit Smith yourself, up in the Menethir Heights. But don't expect much.
Wow, it's the fucker that got stung by the spiders, or no, he got attacked by the goats. That's cool. Explain more about the blade.
A hero's sword. Like its owner, it fought and died in glory on the battlefield. Just as I'll die miserably behind this forge.
And you get a stab? I have met the Hermit Smith.
Really? You have? Don't think you could talk him into mending that blade on the wall, do you?
I can talk anyone into doing anything, and if they don't do it, I will kill them. How does that sound, gnome?
If he would mend that blade, I'd be delirious. Were he to stay here and finish my training, but I don't dare to dream so much at once.
Goodbye. Well, I'm guessing since he's a hermit, he doesn't want to smith, because you cannot take a forge with you in the road. No. Alright, let's continue exploring this place.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the Ironfast way.
The robes of the storm. No. I like so much these robes I have right now. I don't know if I will switch ever.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the Ironfast way.
Big shield.
What have we here?
An explorer.
Good day, Warsworn. Would a sagecrafter's services be of interest?
Yes! As it turns out, yes. I need to get rid of all this. What? What? Yeah, who gives a shit? Thanks. Okay. Tell me about sagecrafting.
So much art and science to the fitting of a gem. Harmonies, geometries, fine acts of dexterity.
He said fine, not feigned. Tell me about you.
A diserased, Basilica Nostra trained, and worldly wise. Fully versed in the ways of gems and sockets.
Yeah, you like to stick your fingers in holes? That's what you're telling me, aren't you? Tell me about the other gnome.
I've been here enough to see he's not long for Ironfast. The Warsworn are too kind to say so, even to strangers, but a keep needs a proper blacksmith.
Yes, it does. I shall find it. Tell me about the city.
A great city, if ever there was one. A monument to science and industry.
What about the university?
I've got my certificate here with my things. I might have stayed and taught, but my spirit's more the wandering sort.
The wandering. So how did you wander into here?
A diserased, Basilica Nostra trained. Warsworn let me stop here in my wanderings in exchange for my service. Good folk, if a bit rough-hewn, and no place feels safer.
Yeah, there is no place safer than a keep full of soldiers, I'll agree. Goodbye!
May you find your socket.
My socket. Aha, there she is.
Dust, dents, and scars. That's the Ironfast way.
Stuck to you.
You have the remains of the hammer. It is... I should have expected this. It was forged in the Hall of the First Sworn. It must, I think, be reforged there. The hall is not far, only... I don't know what to do when we get there. The hall lies south through the canyons. Meet me there.
I will. But first, tell me about the hammer.
We need it restored if we hope to defeat Beeson. And for that, I'm afraid, we must journey to the Hall of the First Sworn.
Why are you afraid? You should be afraid if we couldn't fix it, but we can. Yeah, what makes you afraid of the hole?
Legend tells it is there that Eamon was transformed from a prince to the first of the Warsworn. It became a meeting place of sorts in the time of the First Sworn.
And what about our enemy?
He has gone to free the Niskaru Lord. Pray we are not too far behind to stop him.
Well, I won't pray. I took a 20-hour detour and nothing has happened, so... What makes the Niskaru Lord so scary?
They are powerful beyond anything you could imagine. This one was called Karmazandu, the Deceitful One. The text claimed the Arathi themselves imprisoned him in the mountain, after he proved too clever to kill.
Well, he sounds like my kind of guy. Tell me about this place.
I haven't been here since I was young. It is as full of old books and dusty scrolls as I remember.
It is. So how goes your research?
Not all our wisdom was left to gather dust on Eamon's Isle. I have
have learned the location of the Niskaru Lord's mountain prison. But first, we must deal with that hammer. That means the Hall of the First Sworn.
So, you're going at once?
Yes, Time is short. The Hall of the First Sworn is south and east through the canyons. Meet me there when you are ready.
Will do, will do. I promise. Time is short.
Sworn to war?
No, sworn to horror. Well, that sounds expensive. Let's take it. Letters to Selfred. Official Warsworn seal with the mark of a chestplate on it adorns this letter. Let's see. To Castran Oda Selfred. Oda, you must accept my profound apologies and allow me to explain. I am well aware that you have written 2 seasons running asking for an additional plague shield, and I remiss you for failing to provide. But understand that the plague shields we promote these days are not of the same training, or I'm afraid to confess quality as those you are used to. They are truly soldiers, prepared for war on the front and not for the harsher duties that they would face in Death Ire. In the first season I held out hope for a truly remarkable plague shield, but none appeared. In the second season there were 2 worthy candidates. Alas, one deserted himself and the other, I am afraid to say, fell in a surprise ambush of freemen in Eastern Kendrian. So on to wartime Delphric. Okay. Well, Murkur, I don't know, to tell you the truth. I don't know how that happens. Maybe it's putting points in the staffs. Yeah. The staff abilities, let me check. It should be here, let me see. One of these. There are some things that give you attacks. Sequential attacks. There is one that gives you delayed special attacks for staff and chakrams. This must be it. These should be it. Some of these ones. Yeah. Most certainly. It should be one of these levels. For sure. The stats on the staff? No, I don't think it is related to the staff itself. Because I had that before on another staff. But this is the stats, Jason. There you have it. Quite useful stuff. Gives me a boost in all elemental damage and critical hits. There you have it. Yeah, it must be because it is related to this attack. So the sparks must be as well.
Yes?
No, I'm sure it is not that stuff. Do I have other stuff? Let's put on this one. Look at that one. This one also sparks. And the other one I'm guessing will as well. And these are graphic settings. maybe I did crank up, but I think I had that as well before I got the new graphics card. Okay, let's go. Now explore the other side of
We see
the
few enough strangers in Ironfast.
thingy.
Welcome.
Blake Shield. Blake Shield. Blake Shield.
The heat's as deadly as the Jotun and the spiders.
Motherfuckers.
Sworn to war?
There's no one with a name. You.
Blade?
There you go, Morganer.
They rush about as if their destinies did not stretch out before them, clear and immutable. Poor fools.
Fools. Really, a primal enchantment. Ah, he's a fate weaver. Tell me about your art.
It is said my attunement to fate is especially keen. I can see the paths of everyone I cross, stretching before them, but not yours.
Because I have none. Why are you here?
I have come here, for it is here I was to come. How could I do otherwise? I see fate's ends too clearly to resist.
Motherfuckers. Why am I here? Because I must be here. Tell me about you.
Some are trained in weaving fate. It is a knack that revealed itself to me at an early age. My parents were delighted at first, then horrified, as I had foreseen.
Okay, I don't give a shit. Not a shit.
We're fighters here, not toy soldiers.
I don't understand the difference. Official looking Warzone document. I think... Yeah, I think I have read this before. So you... Ah! You're saying the sparks on the stuff. These sparks I'm looking at right now. Not the ones that come out when I attack. Yeah, it must be enchantment. Yeah, the other ones do not have that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do not. Yeah, it's the primal enchant, if that's what you mean, yeah. Ah, now I understand what you were talking about. Use bed. I do not sleep, I do not need to. Horling. What a depressing place this is. Hello.
What have you got for old Fargil the healer today? A nice spider bite? A punctured lung, perhaps?
So, how do you get fireworks like that? You buy the DLC. That's the only way. Tell me about the front lines.
How I would love to visit. The diseases they have there. Perhaps one day it will be safe enough to go.
Okay. And this place, what attracts you about it?
It's wonderful here. They come to me with the most remarkable ailments.
Uh-huh. Most remarkable. Such as spider bites.
Beautiful creatures. They're nature's alchemists. Make poisons, silk, miasmas, you name it.
Yes, wonderful. But it is true, spiders are quite resourceful. The major... Yeah, say calling again.
You couldn't find a better corner of Amalur to practice the art. More poisonous and dangerous things out there than you could imagine. Though I will admit, Cluricon may have us beat for disease.
So, what can you say about yourself?
I trained under the luminaries of Odessa, but I have always found fascination in a live specimen of the medical arts.
He seems a little detached, doesn't he? Like he doesn't care, like he's not actually seeing me. Just like a robot answering automatically. Tell me about the city.
Have you ever been?
No.
It's some leagues to the east. A marvelous city. One of, well, mental giants, if you will.
We shall see that for
Do come again.
ourselves. Okay, and thankfully, the last thing was a... Okay, Warzone in the war, why not? Figures recorded from summer 248 to summer 249. Hirelings recruited for 12. Plague Shields promotion 83. Plague Shield was ready 74. Plague Shields to Oregon 75. Okay, so they more or less send 1 in 7 to the front lines. No, 1 in 6. That's 10%, okay. Plague Shields in Oregon at start. Plague Shields at end, okay, 40 died, that's not casualties, I'm guessing that counts wounded. Or maybe that's the, yeah, plus the people they sent. Well, that's a lot of guys killed in the front lines. Not an easy task fighting the fucking Zuatha. Okay. Let's get out of here.
Polished armor means you haven't used it yet.
Or that you have polished it as after you used it. Nah, whatever. Let's go and see what the Balen worshippers have for us. Okay.